The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Denver Broncos.
For Atlanta.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Locke, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They run it with Carson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Falcons' 35-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Locke on the bootleg. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Carson up from his linebacker spot. Deion Jones making the play.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Locke working out of the gun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge for the play he just made.
Yeah, you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
2nd and 7.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Ryan. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Play action. It's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
There's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
On first down, Ryan. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
When you throw it as often as Matt Ryan does, you're going to face some pressure, and he tied for the most sacks last year with 48 as he got sacked there again, but he also led the league in completions. A little bit of feast and famine when Matt Ryan goes back into the pocket.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit. But they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Chris Carson. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on. Now it's Carson. And still there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing his lock on third down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Denver.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
He'll buy some time right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
What pass. Intercepted.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
This one caught by Ridley. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Play action, Ryan. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. On first down, it's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
His kick is good.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now Gordon on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this, up to the 41-yard line.
The Bronco ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They fake the handoff, now lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Carson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 12. From the gun, it's Locke. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A 3-yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. They find some open field here. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Complete.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now, Ryan. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
2-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Shotgun snap to Locke. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Locke. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now Locke again. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Denver.
Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Brandon McManus lining
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? This is intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Operating from the gun. Locke forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Locke, flushed out right. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
2-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards, 1st down Atlanta.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Hey, son. Check.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready.
2nd and 4. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ryan able to get this to Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play really...
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. ball. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Denver.
Here's Locke to throw. Escaping the pressure right, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Block. Out quickly to Judy. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown.
Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
The Broncos.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Falcons 10. Brandon McManus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They go play action now. Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation. And what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
11 yards there, first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
Ryan.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action with Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Falcons send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Block. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fielded just inside the 30. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And he comes back with 1 complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From the gun, Ryan. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
A big loss on the play. Brings up.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
45. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Block with a quick throw out to Judy. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brand, that's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
3rd down.
From the gun, it's Locke. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a super down inside the 25-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and inches.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa! Let's get it. Set, ready. 10 2 shots. Squeeze, get in there. Slide. 36. Rush in. Check 13. Settle it. Fast.
So that'll back him up 5. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run for it with Carson. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
1st down, Denver.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
45.
And they take a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Denver, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.